The wisest mouths open like glaciers, leaving frost on every word. You expect honey from sages, instead you taste metal. They say, "You'll be fine," when your world is collapsing. And the sentence lands like a slap. Yet the same tongue once whispered lullabies to their own nightmares. They learned that warmth invites hands to the flame, and hands get scarred. So they sheath counsel in chill, not to wound but to cauterize. Listen closer. The cold is a kiln. Every curt syllable is fired at 1,000 degrees to burn away your illusions before life does it messily. Get over it is not dismissal, it is surgery without anesthesia. Because anesthesia dulls the lesson. They refuse the cozy lie that pain can be hugged away. Truth, they know, is a scalpel. Sterile, sharp, and best wielded at arm's length. Here's the twist, they envy your tears. While you sob, they remember the luxury of believing comfort exists. Their detachment is not absence of heart but excess of memory. Every time they rushed in with open arms, someone used those arms to hang their own despair. So now they stand back, voice glacial, letting you stumble into your own resilience. The frostbite you feel is deliberate, numbness precedes healing. They sound cold because they have already mourned the version of you that needed coddling. In the space between their clipped words, an entire funeral is taking place. For your fragility, for their own softness, for the myth that wisdom wears a sweater. What you mistake for cruelty is triage. Save the patient, even if the patient hates the medicine. When you beg for advice, the wise one stares like a statue carved from midnight. You fill the void with your own voice, they let it echo. Silence feels like abandonment, yet it is the only room large enough to hold your chaos. The more they care, the less they speak. Words, to them, are landmines. One misplaced syllable and you'll detonate into dependency. So they offer absence as architecture. Negative space where you build your own cathedral. Their quiet is not apathy, it is the pause between lightning and thunder. The breath that lets the storm announce itself. They have watched people mistake reassurance for reality. "It'll be okay" becomes a narcotic. Withdrawal is brutal. So they withhold the drug and hand you the mirror instead. The reflection hurts, but it does not lie. Their silence says, "I trust your bones to hold you, even if you don't." Here's the sting. They are screaming inside. Every unsent text, every unanswered call, is a shout muffled by wisdom. They want to gather you like kindling, but kindling burns. So they stand apart, frost forming on their lashes, letting you learn warmth from your own friction. The coldest silence is the hottest faith, belief that you will ignite without their match. You ask for their time, their secrets, their shoulder. They reply with a single syllable. No. It lands like a guillotine. Yet that blade is forged from devotion. The wisest save you by not saving you. Every yes they once gave became a leash. People returned dragging heavier burdens, mistaking the wise one for a pack mule. So no became a fortress with a moat of courtesy. Inside the walls, they stockpile energy for the one moment your crisis is truly lethal. They ration themselves the way sailors ration water, because storms are certain, and drowning is shared. The refusal stings because it is honest. "I can't fix this for you" is the kindest sentence in their lexicon. Ink that vanishes so you don't tattoo it as truth. They know the ego bruises easily, better a quick purple mark than a lifetime limp. Watch their eyes when they deny you. There is a flicker, a micro-tremor of grief. They are amputating a limb to save the body. The no is a love letter they burn before you can frame it, ashes spelling, "Grow without me." Before you leap, they map the rocks below. "You'll crash," they say, voice flat as winter steel. You hear prophecy of doom, they hear physics. The wisest break your wings in theory so they stay intact in practice. They have fallen from every height you're eyeing. Their scars are topographical maps. They read your trajectory like tea leaves. Warning you feels like pushing you off the cliff, but silence would be complicity. So they speak the wreckage aloud, hoping the echo scares you into caution. You hate them for it. How dare they doubt my dreams? Yet doubt is their dialect of belief. They see the parachute you haven't packed and refuse to clap as you jump. Their coldness is the ground rushing up in slow motion, terrifying but accurate. The cruelty is pedagogical. By naming the splatter, they gift you the blueprint for wings. Every told you so they swallow is a feather they hope you'll grow. They sound like prophets of failure because they've graduated from it. Their frost is the runway, your takeoff the thaw. You want their fire? Hand them your ice. Sit in silence until it creaks. Do not beg for stories. Become the question they want to answer. The wisest melt only when they are no longer needed as suns. Bring your own no. Your own map of rocks, your own clipped counsel. Mirror their chill until it recognizes itself. Then and only then will a crack appear small. Almost accidental. A sentence with a comma instead of a period. A glance that lingers half a second too long. Do not rush the fracture. Ice remembers every hammer. Instead, be the season that arrives without announcement. One day they will speak a paragraph where once there was a word. They will ask, "Are you okay?" And the question will scald because it is the first time they've allowed themselves to need the answer. The coldest hearts warm slowest, but once kindled, they burn without consuming. To love the wise is to become winter beside them, until spring surprises you both.